Weapons is Zach Cregger's 2025 horror mystery told in 5 POV chapters that all start at 2:17 a.m. when 17 kids from Justine Gandy's 3rd grade class in Maybrook, PA get out of bed, walk out of their houses with arms out like sleepwalkers, and vanish into the night. Only Alex Lilly, 6 years old, stays. The movie slowly reveals that Alex lives with his great-aunt Gladys, a centuries-old witch who's been living in their basement for decades after turning Alex's parents into motionless, newspaper-covered zombie puppets that sit on the couch all day. Gladys feeds on children and her ritual requires 17 kids at 2:17 a.m., 2:17, matching, 17 kids, which she lures to her bunker where she keeps them drugged and docile as food, and she maintains control by taking a strand of anyone's hair which lets her puppet them, snipping Justine's hair while she sleeps in her car outside Alex's house and later licking Paul's face to fully dominate him. The film's structure is the point. Chapter 1 follows Justine as she loses her job, turns to alcohol, and gets blamed by the town because she doesn't fit the perfect teacher mold, then starts staking out Alex's house where she peeps through a gap in the newspapered windows and sees Alex's parents sitting unnaturally still. Chapter 2 follows Archer, Matthew's grieving father, whose rage at Justine and nightmares of Gladys in clown makeup and a floating Arkansas 15, Cregger's symbol for America's school shooting fear, drive him to hire druggie James to rob Alex's house. Chapter 3 follows cop Paul, whose memory of a bar scene with Justine differs from hers, showing how perspective warps truth before Gladys takes his hair and turns him into her enforcer at the liquor store massacre. Chapter 4 follows James, who has no connection to the kids but gets drafted by Gladys anyway when he breaks in, proving her hunger is indiscriminate, and Chapter 5 is Alex's chapter, which reveals the whole truth. Gladys raised him after making his parents puppets, and she didn't send him with the others because he's her backup food source and her magic only works as long as he stays scared of her. The final reveal is that Gladys's endgame is to march all the kids and controlled adults into the sun to die, but Alex realizes her power is tied to fear, so when she forces him to walk into daylight he chooses not to be afraid and her spell breaks, causing sunlight to burn her instantly because like any folklore witch she can't survive it, which is why the whole house is covered in newspaper and her victims can't go outside. The kids are saved and run home at dawn, but they're traumatized and remember everything, while Justine, Archer, and Paul are left mentally shattered, and Cregger refuses a clean happy ending to show that grief and trauma don't disappear when the monster dies. The title _weapons works 3 ways. Guns like the Arkansas 15 in Archer's nightmare and Paul's cop gun, the children themselves weaponized by Gladys, and most importantly perspective as a weapon, since each chapter shows the same events differently and proves memory and blame are what really tear the town apart before Gladys even shows up. Gladys gets no backstory because she's just ancient evil that latched onto the Lilly family, and the movie leaves open why she targets one class at a time in Maybrook and whether Alex's parents are still alive inside the burning house, but the core thesis is clear. The town weapons blame against Justine immediately, Archer weapons rage instead of grief, and Gladys just feeds on the fear we're already creating for each other.